When you're young, you have growing pains. So at first we thought it was no big deal, but eventually the pain just got a lot worse. So I started having, just all the regular tests done. I had a biopsy that was inconclusive. So I was going to have a second surgery where they were going to like pull out this infection. And I was going to wake up and I was going to have this body cast on. But I woke up and there's no body cast. My dad told me that the doctors had found cancer. I think it's easy to sort of underestimate how well 9-year-olds can think about stuff. I thought, I'm 9 years old, I'm too young to die. This is ridiculous. But my parents told me, no, that you might be able to survive. And I was raised in a really Christian home, and I guess I sort of thought, well, that there was like a God that has a plan for me. It matters like what happens when you die. Maybe the plan is that I don't survive cancer, but at the very least, I know that I'm sort of part of the plan and that things aren't going to happen just sort of randomly outside of God's control. I had a 50% chance to live, which in retrospect is not really that good of a chance, but I was always pretty sure that I would be part of the 50% that survived. When you hear people talk that have cancer, they talk about getting back to a normal life. The same thing for people that have a disability, and sort of I had both. And I mean, really, you don't ever get back to a normal life. And, in some ways that's good. You get back to a life where, you appreciate things more than you did before, I think. And maybe you appreciate being alive more than you did before. I started trying lots of different sports. When I first started swimming, you kind of like swim in circles when you have one leg, because you're just kicking on one side. But fortunately, I don't swim in circles anymore. I was still on chemotherapy when I started skiing. But I knew, even then, I really liked this. And, I was really good at it. I caught on pretty fast. And I think by the second day I was there, I was on the Black Diamond. Becoming a ski racer and having that competition was a turning point for me in two ways. That number one, that I had outlet, to compete and to train and to work towards something. But also number two, being able to meet so many other amputees. I'd go to races and there'd just be 100 disabled people there. That is a distorted perspective, because I think actually most amputees will meet another amputee or two, maybe kind of in their life. People always think that if you're an amputee and you play sports, you're really inspiring. I'm not saying I'm offended if people are inspired by me, but it's hard to sort of step away from yourself and find yourself inspiring.